Hello everyone, welcome to our first ever video on how to get to our goals and how to get to your goals, your personal goal, by making as much money as you possibly can to work towards your goal. Today we will be talking about different ways to make that money. We will be talking about farming, cactus, sugarcane, pumpkins, whatever you want to farm. And also farming zealots, because obviously summoning eyes are a 1 in 420 drop chance from normal zealots, and about a half drop chance of that for zealot bruisers. So summoning eyes are currently worth quite a bit of money, as I will show you now. They are worth about £950,000, just or not pounds, coins I mean, to sell, because Diana is currently mayor. So that is always a boosted money making method whilst Diana's mayor, but it is still usually about anywhere upwards of 750,000 per summoning eye once you sell it. And sometimes making sell orders instead of insta selling it will, make it better. But we will be talking about zealot bruisers, normal zealots, and just normal farming today. So let's get into the video.
Hello, our first money making method will be farming. So there's a lot of ways you can make money off farming. Most notably just farming crops. And some of the best crops for money one of the best is cactus. As you can see, I've got a massive farm here. But you can also just be farming for farming XP. So you can level up and get new gear, which in that case, sugarcane and pumpkins are usually the best for farming XP. And we've got a massive pumpkin farm. Right, so one of the most important parts in farming is the gear. So when you're starting off and you've just entered your garden, you're probably just gonna get, well, what you want to start with is farm armor. So it's week 9. I don't currently have it because I if you go on the auction house and type in farm armor, you only need farming stem for it, and the whole set isn't that much money. You're gonna have to start with a decent amount of money to be good in the garden, and you also want to start with just like a regular hoe. It depends what crop you're gonna farm first. Like I've already mentioned, pumpkin and sugarcane are good for XP. Cactus is good for money. But obviously you're not gonna start with like 3 million worth of weapons, so you probably just want to start with a normal like gold efficiency 5, maybe harvesting axe or hoe. Replenish is always good for like crops like potatoes, wheat, stuff that you basically need to replant, but it does cost a lot of money. So after you've done that, you're gonna be basically leveling up your farming, getting different, just leveling up your farming and unlocking new things. And when you reach farming, I think it's 25, which is gonna be it's going to be a long way, but once you reach farming 25, you're going to unlock melon armor, or to be able to use melon armor. And either you can craft this by being in melon 9, but obviously I don't have this, and I got it by go on the AH. And again, it's a lot of money, but there's other money making methods that kind of lead up to this point. And you like I've got, you kind of want rancher boots, so you never really want to get a boots for a set. Like you don't really need melon boots. You don't really need, like, I haven't got croppy boots. And speaking about croppy armor is the next upgrade in armor. So when you reach farming 30, which I did just yesterday, obviously I'm 31. I got 31 this morning. Yeah, croppy armor is the second best, and you probably only want 3 pieces. No, there's no really good enchants for armor unless you're using it outside of the garden. So yeah, and probably the final armor piece for farming, which you need. Oh wait, no, I'm being stupid. Squash armor is the next one after croppy anyway. Which you unlock at farming level 30. 35. And you get squashes from like pumpkins, which I have some squashes in my inventory, but I don't have the recipe yet. Well, I have the recipe, but I can't use squash armor. So once you reach 35, you want to craft that. And that's your next upgrade. And then the final upgrade for armor is Fermento armor. And once you get Fermento, there are a lot of like you can like put reforged on it, as you can do with all this armor. But yeah, that's your end game goal really for Mento armor. In terms of like gear, but by the time you've got like melon armor or copy armor like me, you're gonna have your specific tailored like farming tools, which is cactus knife for that, and pumpkin knife for that, and you don't to get it, if you come if I go down here, Anita, she sells you these ones and mathematical hopefully for if you need hose specifically. I don't do that. Cactus knife is technically a hoe, like it says epic hoe, but you can buy it off Anita. So once you don't need and the cost for this is a gold medal and Jacob's ticket. You can with like a normal setup, you can probably like an infinite farm that's good enough for a contest. You can get bronze, and if you just do a couple of those contests and farm for, you can trade it for. You can trade 2 bronze for silver. If you just do that 4 times, and then you can trade 4 silvers for a gold, and then with your tickets, which you definitely will have after that point, you can buy your respective like farming tool. And you just want to make infinite farms like these. So by infinite farm, I mean you farm a plot, and then, or you basically just farm until you've run out of like, so that would be my start point, that would be my end point, and then I go back to the start, and it would all be full up again and ready to harvest. That's what I mean by infinite. So this it's not really an infinite farm. It's not like 100% infinite farm. Like if you go through it, there'll still be little spots like these. But this is a fully infinite farm for cactus. I'm pretty sure it's a bit overkill actually, because I've got a second layer underneath it. But this is kind of the progression to farming in the garden. Like I'm making around 3 mil an hour farming just like cactus. I think it's 3 mil an hour. I think it's a bit less for pumpkins actually, but if you get lucky with squash, I think it can even be a bit more. So yeah, for the garden, that'll be it.
Farming segment on how to make money, we will be now going on to the zealots. So first step is obviously to make your way into the end. Once you're in the end, you drop all the way down. I'm using an aspect of the end so I don't take 4 damage here. And a grappling hook to get over quicker. But you go into the end once you are a high enough combat level, and you just start farming zealots here. I've got a mod currently that makes them a different colour so they stand out more. But you can use lots of different weapons to kill them. You can use a sword. I'm currently using my Fabled Delivery Dagger, dungeonized obviously. You can also kill lots of things, because they have a chance to drop a pet XP boost, one of which is worth upwards of 10 million coins. But that is very, very low chance of getting them. So what you have to do is you just have to keep farming zealots. As you can see on the top right, I have 484 so far. The odds are 1 in 420, so I'm getting a bit unlucky here. As you'll see in a minute, I will hopefully get a summoning eye soon. I hope so, because otherwise this video is not good. How to make money? Don't actually make any money. But yeah, if I just keep killing these zealots, I should eventually get a summoning eye, and they're worth 950,000. Did I say earlier? So they are very good for money. So I do recommend these. As you can see, I currently have quite a few zealot kills. I've got just a couple at the moment. I'm going for that 15,000 miles game. Just make sure, the only problem is with this method, you do have to get short zealots, or at least 2 short zealots. It helps if you can hit your wings as well. I enjoy just farming zealots in general. I quite like the end. It's a nice dark place where if it's quite late, it doesn't hurt your eyes too much. So you just gotta be careful not to keep taking damage. It'll just chip away at your health. But I'm coming up on the 550 mark for these zealots. and I still haven't got one. You don't just get zealots, you get a load of XP, plus you get, oh there we go, that was 3 in a row there, for enchanting stuff, and an ender belt, which as you know you can go and sacrifice underneath the entrance to the area, which is also how you get to Zealot Cruiser Hideout, which is just in here. You go here, you have to be level, I think, combat level 22 to do that. And this is where you do the Draconic Sacrifice, which I will do in a minute, just to show you how that works. First of all, try and get a Summoning Guy, somehow. If it actually lets me. It's alright. We've also got a slight bit of competition here for Zealots. But when you go into these Zealots, it then becomes less of a competition. There are fewer people farming there. So I'm going to keep farming these until I get a which I will spoil for you, so you don't have to keep watching me do this. So, that is a special zealot, and as you can see, they do drop a summoning eye, which is currently worth 959,000 coins per summoning eye. And as I got a with my summoning eye, I am probably going to expect another summoning eye soon enough. So that is 100, no, that's 629, sorry. And it's usually 120, no, 420, I mean, because you can upgrade your luck in the Dragon Essence shop at the back. My Zealot is currently 4%, but you can obviously upgrade it for 6%. And once you sacrifice things, you will obviously get some Draconic Essence. Just click on just right click the thing you want to sacrifice on the Draconic altar, and then sacrifice it. So I'm going to couple of these because I've just been farming for a bit. But you get things like enchanted ender pearls, even summoning eye sometimes if you're lucky. But usually things with ender in the name can be sacrificed. Apart from the ender sword, which cannot be sacrificed, which is a bit unfortunate. But any drops from the mobs here in the end, they do tend to be able to be sacrificed. So